Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for taking the time to come and join us during this essential oil hacks class. I'm excited to present some really cool, fun information for you. My name is Amanda Roberts. I'm a diamond with doTERRA, and I am excited to start this webinar tonight with just a little bit of information about some promotions that doTERRA is offering. So this month, which would be today, the end of the promotion, it ends today. If you share with your friends and family and have them join a membership, whether it's a wholesale customer or a wellness advocate account, if they enroll with a 100 PV order, then they will earn 50 free product credit points. That's awesome, but it gets even better because the person who has shared with them and is their enroller is also going to get 50 free product points. So what a great offer, what a great promotion. doTERRA is so generous. Again, that offer ends tonight. So if you have anybody who has been on the fence about joining with doTERRA, tonight would be the night for them to do that. And you can walk them through some of the different ways to do that with the starter kits, which are great money savers. But again, that ends tonight. I'm sure we will have some more wonderful promotions that will start up again tomorrow, but just be on the lookout for that. The other thing that was happening in May is 10% off of the Petal diffusers. So this is one of my favorite diffusers. I have a few of them, and usually there's one in every room. So this diffuser runs for 1, 2, or 4 hours. It's normally $47 at a wholesale rate, and you get 10% off in May. So bulk up on those tonight. It will end tonight, and we'll have some new promotions tomorrow. So I really love that diffuser. Okay, so I also wanted to share with you guys, in case you aren't aware, we have some really awesome resources that you are welcome to join. A lot of stuff happens on Facebook just because it's the easiest avenue for us to present information to the masses. Nowadays, social media is just kind of the way to share. I still do a bunch of emails too, but Facebook is more interactive. So we have the Drop of Hope page, which is my team page, that if you are on my team or anywhere in the organization, you are welcome to join that. We do promotions and announcements for rank advancements and all kinds of stuff there. So really love that page. We also have our essential oil page, which is, or our essential oil place, which is my diamond, or my blue diamond upline, Katie Glasgow's whole organization and group. We have really great content in there as far as product use, different health concerns that you may need questions answered on. You can post it in there, and I think there's a really good number of people in there, and they're very helpful. So that's a really great place to be. So if you're not on that page, make sure you request to join that. And then we have Essential Oil Academy, which is another page that you can join, or group that you can join. And we do essential oil classes in there that are Facebook classes where you do not need to attend anything. You can just watch the posts that come through and learn. So that's a really great thing. That's open to anybody. So you don't even have to be enrolled. Maybe you know somebody that's interested in some more details, but they don't really want to step into the membership yet. They would be a candidate for that group. So be sure to follow those pages, and let's jump right into some juicy oil hacks. Okay, so I'll be honest, I did not create this class. I have been able to incorporate a bunch of these hacks, though, into my life. So where this information and content had come from is a collective group of people got together and asked their teams, different kind of crazy cool ways that they're using their oils, and we brought that all into one document. So this is a lot of really cool stuff that you're like, oh my gosh, I never even thought to use, different things for different reasons. It's really fun. So this is not my genius, but a collective of genius, and I have, like I said, I've incorporated a few things, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. Okay, so if you have not tried this Lemon Sassy gum, this is a new product, and it's really yummy. And if you guys have ever been to a class of mine, you know I'm honest about I do not like the taste of Slim and Sassy in my water. So I usually take the capsules because I try to avoid the taste. but the gum is actually really good. So I was thinking, oh, okay, great for hunger, and, just to curb some cravings. But look at all these other uses that it's been used for. Opening up the sinuses. So if you're thinking about the oils that are in Slim and Sassy, they are very respiratory supportive, soothing headaches and heartburn. Oh my gosh, what I would have done to have this when I was pregnant. And then morning sickness. So they're not just for weight control. They have so many different uses. I thought that a great idea. And then on top of this, because this wasn't put into the PowerPoint, but a really great way to share Slim and Sassy is to cut these up into little individual pieces and put a Slim and Sassy cap sticker on it. And you can share that, like here, if you want to try the Slim and Sassy line, this is what it smells like, this is what it tastes like, and they can try the gum that way. So I thought that was a really cool way to share Slim and Sassy. I'm going to see if I can do this, because I see a chat coming through. Oh, yes, I can actually see the chats. This is really cool. Slim and Sassy gum works great with her braces. Oh, really? Okay, awesome. That's another hack. So I would love to add to this class. So as you guys are coming through this and you think about the things that you've used it for, let's continue the content here. But that's really cool. I'm loving the gum, just to kind of be, when I get busy, especially at the end of the month, and I'm like sitting in front of the computer and I'll want to like snack on something sweet. I could just grab the gum instead, and it really does help curb the cravings. So its normal use is actually pretty cool too. All right. Why is it not working? Hang on. There we go. Okay, so Aroma Touch, which is a fantastic oil, and Melaleuca, those two oils have some really cool uses outside of what we have used them for in the past. Airplane pressure, just rubbing that around the back of the ear to the mastoid bone. You can also put a drop of digestin in around the belly button to loosen phlegm, which we use that a lot. And sometimes I'll even, if we're real congested, we'll take digestin. And when I heard about digestin and phlegm or mucus, I was like, what? Really? But oh my gosh. So even if you're really congested, you could take a digestin soft gel capsule along with your On Guard soft gel plus. And we take those together. Those two are great together when you're dealing with some really strong congestion, some immune support that you need. So, but you can put digestin around the belly button to loosen the phlegm. Rub a drop of peppermint in your hands and cup around your nose and mouth and breathe in. So if you are traveling by air, sometimes when you have that congestion, I'm always paranoid about having any congestion when I get onto a plane because I know the pain that happens because of the pressure. But I started using Aroma Touch or Breathe around the back of my ear if I have any congestion, and it helps if you have little ones that they have that takeoff or the landing pressure. It helps so much for them. So I'm always sharing on the planes, like, here, I know your baby's crying because of the pressure, so let's try this. So let's move on. Okay, this is really fun. How many of you guys have tried the Serenity Restful Complexes for yourself, like 1 or 2 at night? And I call it vacation sleep. Like, even though I'm still up every couple of hours nursing Lucy, if I take one of these, I still feel rested. And it's that really wonderful, like, so rested sleep. I call it vacation rest. It's amazing. But what you can do is take that soft gel and plop it into the bath with them at night, and they get that wonderful benefit as well. So it just dissolves in the bath for the kids. What a great use for our Serenity soft gel capsules. I really love that. Okay, this one I have incorporated. Deodorant ideas. The Breathe Vapor Stick. When I was on vacation in Myrtle Beach, I had bought a new all-natural deodorant, and I wasn't really happy with it, and so I had the Breathe Stick. So I started using it because I had heard about it through this group, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. It works, y'all. It works really, really well, and it feels really, really good. I can't tell you that it's an antiperspirant, but I wasn't like, we were at the beach, so we were riding bikes and stuff, but I didn't feel like I was dripping wet. But it was really awesome for a deodorant. The detoxifying mud mask, and all you do is you put that on and you allow it to dry and then just brush it off. And that helps clean up the pores. The On Guard toothpaste you can use as a deodorant. Same thing, a light layer and just brush off any excess. I know a lot of people who dilute Intune oil, Hope oil, or Whisper and put it with some fractionated coconut oil and just pat it on there. You don't want it to be really soupy. You don't want to feel really wet under there. So just a little bit of fractionated coconut oil. Cypress, HD Clear Blend, Purify or Claricom, all of those oils are really wonderful at using them for a deodorant. So I love that. And now doTERRA makes a deodorant, but I'm not sure if they're going to reformulate it. It hasn't had a lot of wonderful reviews about it. So we'll see what they're gonna do. But I love that we have all these other options, because it's really, really scary with all the stuff that's in the stores and the aluminums and parabens and all that that's going in your armpit. So I like that we have options. All right, Correct-X. It's not just for wounds. This can be a great lip conditioner, lip gloss, chapstick, lip plumper. If you just add 1 drop of peppermint, I always tell everybody you can get those Angelina Jolie lips by just adding a little bit of peppermint to your lips. And it feels good. Like, it just feels, your breath feels fresh, and your lips are kind of tingly and plump. So that's a really fun thing to do if you're trying to, you know, have that Angelina look. Correct-X is also really good as an eye cream. It helps with the puffiness underneath your eyes and the dark circles. Just a light layer. You do not need to put on a lot of this. This Correct-X goes a really, really long ways. So that little tiny tube, I mean, even when my horse was injured and I was using it on his wound, I probably only went through maybe 2 tubes. So it goes a really long ways, but I like that you can use it for that puffy eye look. And because of those oils that are in there, it's also great for your cuticles, really cracked feet, moisturizing and getting those essential oils in there, itching from bites, from bug bites, tattoo healing. So this is a really great one that those oils are not going to do anything to the ink of the tattoo, but it will help that repair, help that skin repair. Hemorrhoids and cold sores. So both of those, I know people who have used this and it's worked more than anything else. So cold sores, we usually say just put a drop of melaleuca. Well, there's melaleuca in your Correct-X, plus helichrysum and lavender. So you got a lot of really great oils in your Correct-X. So, and in fact, if there's anybody on this call that maybe you haven't purchased this product yet and you are interested in it, this is Correct-X. I'm just going to open and show you the tube, just like a Neosporin ointment. And the oils that are in here are frankincense, helichrysum, cedarwood, melaleuca, and lavender. And it's just a squeezy tube. And it goes a long, long ways, and it's really great for all sorts of wonderful things. It's a must-have in your medicine cabinet, definitely. And even like for your outside or your gym bag, it's just a great one to keep on hand. Okay, Virage toner ideas. So this is really neat. For an aftershave, everything in my bathroom, I was just talking to somebody, everything in my bathroom is doTERRA. But it can be used in so many different ways. So the Virage toner ideas, the aftershave, that's really soothing to that irritated skin to set your makeup. Just a light mist, and when you're setting your makeup, I would just come out away from your face quite a bit so that you don't get wet. You just get the mist. Mommy belly, so for pregnancy, just think about the essential oils that are in there. Sunburn soother, this is another one that you could keep on hand. I know Correct-X is another one for sunburns. This is going to come up a lot during the summer, so we want to be able to have some options for people. And then you can add it to your, I did today, you can add it to your hair for some bounce. And it has such an amazing aroma. And my hair does not usually have any bounce at all. It's like flat to my head most of the time. But I flip my head upside down, I spritz it on there, and it has a really amazing, you guys can't smell me, but I smell really good. So I love those couple different ideas that you can use these for. And I love that the aftershave gets the men more involved in using your products too. You might have to buy them their own. All right. The repurpose, so the same barrage bottle, because you're going to go through more of it now. I love these ideas of repurposing these bottles. We try to repurpose all of our essential oil bottles. We try to repurpose everything. But you can add some peppermint into it and use it as a peppermint mist. Make an essential oil Febreze mister, body spray blend. So if you were like me and you loved having those fresh body, Bath and Body Works sprays around, just to kind of freshen your smell up, this is a really great option, and you can make it with your oils, pillow spray or perfume. So I love to do not throw these away. You can repurpose them, even if you just needed to take it to throw some coconut oil in it or something, but don't throw them away. They're really, really great. But what a great idea to use those. And I know a lot of guys who are out in the sun working all day. My husband is one of them, and they love the fact that the peppermint can cool them off during these hot summer days, and it helps repel the bugs. So I really love these ideas. Okay, so the shampoo, not only for us to use, and now it comes in that big pump. What is it, a liter? I think it's a liter. You can also use it for a body wash. So we have some wonderful body washes as well, but if you are traveling and you don't want to take one of those bars with you, you can just use this, the shampoo. We use it on the baby. You can use it on the dogs. I use it on the horses. So think of it outside of the box of just using it on yourself. And then the conditioner, like any other conditioner, I'm sure girls, we have used it as shaving cream. So very, very useful with those two. Both of those now, if you aren't aware, come in the larger size. I don't have any behind me, otherwise I'd show you, but I think they're a liter and it's a pump. So if you found yourself going through these really quickly because you have many family members, maybe the pump would be more affordable for you all. Okay, the Root to Tip Serum. Who loves this? This is one of my favorites. So it's very good for dandruff, anything to do with your scalp. It's really reparative. It gets in there and kind of affects any of that itchy scalp stuff. It's also really great hair detangler. You probably don't want to put it on before you style your hair though, because of the weight of it. I usually put it on like before bed. But if you put it on before style, you might find that it's kind of heavy. It can be used for acne. Now I haven't tried this yet, but I will. This is supposed to just putting a dot of it, because it has that little tip, and now the new ones has a little pump. You just put a dot on the areas that you need it. Detail the dashboard on the car. I haven't done this yet. I don't wash our cars, but how awesome is that we can use it to clean up our cars? And then add a glaze for hold and moisture for fine hair. So for different hair types, it's going to be used differently. So for me, it weights my hair down too much and it won't actually hold. But for other people, this may be a really good glaze. Or you can add the glaze for the hold, but this is too heavy even with the glaze for me to have like that hold or that hairspray kind of feel. So just try it out, guys. There's some really cool stuff that you can be using this for. All right, so if you want that been in the sun hair highlights, just add 20 drops of lemon in a 4-ounce sprayer bottle and fill it with water. I don't think that it matters. I think there was someone that asked whether it's distilled water or just regular tap water, and then spray that on your hair and it'll actually give you that natural been in the sun highlight look. Isn't that kind of cool? People pay a lot of money for that, and it's 20 drops of lemon to help you get that look. So I can't tell you it's going to be, the same as if you went and got it highlighted, but it may give you that natural look. So our body wash is fabulous, and I have used it as a facial cleanser. I thought at first that it would be kind of drying, but it isn't, and it worked really well. And then also using it in place of shaving cream. So I love the body wash. This is one of my husband's favorite things. The smell is fantastic, and you can use it as a facial cleanser. Okay, so for the Breathe Vapor Stick, this was such a genius product that they created. You can use it not only just to rub it on your chest or on your kids' feet to help open up their airways, but you can also use it as for headaches, anxiety attacks, and I will come back to that, muscle aches, because of the oils that are in there. If you think about what's in there, they are very soothing to muscle aches and pains, and then stuffiness, obviously. So anxiety attacks, I want to come back to that a little bit. I have been working with some military and veterans, people who suffer with some PTSD. This is one of the products that they rave about. And if you think about somebody who's going through an anxiety attack, they hold their breath and they can't breathe, and they kind of go into that panic mode. Breathe allows that relax, allows them to get that air, allows the anxiety to kind of calm down. So this is one of the ones that I know some gentlemen that keep it in their pocket, on the job, out and about, where if they start feeling that anxiety kind of building up, they'll rub it on and immediately it's giving them that response. So we got to step outside of the box, and we keep keeping our oils in this little quiet little box, like, oh, it works for itches and rashes, and it does so much more. They are so powerful. So know that if you're dealing with anybody who suffers with PTSD or anxiety, this is a really great product for them. All right, detoxifying mud mask. Hopefully you guys have tried this. This is a fun one to do. I love walking out of my bathroom. I just feel like I've been at the spa all day. So detox your armpits. Other than just using it as a regular deodorant, just rubbing it and letting it dry, you can actually pull any of those toxins. So if you've been using a really heavy deodorant, heavy chemical deodorant, this can actually pull that out. You can apply it to acne spots. It does almost the same as like smothering it, and then blemish cover up. So lots of different uses for this, ladies. Just get out there and try it and see what works for you. Again, the disclaimer is everybody responds differently. So everybody's skin is going to respond differently to the amount that you're putting on, to the products that you're using and where you're putting them. So I know a lot of people who maybe they've done the mud mask like too many days in a row and they might feel some sensitivity to it. So just find what works for you. But I think these are some really great tips to using them for more than just what they're used for. All right, so using wild orange as a pedicure soak. So putting some wild orange in an Epsom salt and adding that into just when you're soaking before you go in to get your pedicure. Be careful though if you are going to be wearing sandals and you're going to be out in the sun. Any of our citrus oils are going to be photosensitive, so you may find some sensitivity there. I would always recommend, if you're applying an essential oil, especially a citrus essential oil, to your body topically, make sure you're avoiding the sun for at least 12 hours, or at least have it somewhere where it's not going to be in this direct sunlight. Using lemongrass to remove nail polish. So if you guys try this, because I don't wear nail polish, but if you try this, let me know how it works. I am curious if it actually takes it off. I guess I could put it on like, something and see if it works, but I'm curious if it actually works, but this was something that someone had mentioned they used. So myrrh and coconut oil as a nail strengthener and hardener. And I know I was using a lot of myrrh when I was pregnant, and I had heard others saying that it will strengthen your nails. So as I was rubbing it on my tummy, I also would just kind of quick slide it over my nails, and I can tell you, I don't know if it was the pregnancy hormones or what, but my nails were really, really strong. So that's another really cool tip that you guys can use. You can also use it to stop a run in a pantyhose, because you guys know how myrrh is. It's really kind of sticky, and it has that real strong, but it's not going to like tear your nylons up, but it will give you that strength so that it doesn't keep ripping. What a cool hack. So if you wear nylons or tights, you may want to keep this one with you. For lash growth and lengthening, you can add lavender and rosemary to your mascara. So just a drop of each into the bottle and kind of pump it up a little bit. You can do it with an empty mascara bottle and just apply with, so empty bottle, empty mascara, put a drop or two of lavender and rosemary with some castor oil, and then just apply that maybe before bedtime. If you're just doing it, it's not going to have any of the, the actual mascara, but it'll be strengthening and helping your lashes grow. Okay, this is kind of neat, and I love that they have a picture about it. So just a drop, it was 2 drops of DDR Prime in the plant water as the plants are wilting, and 4 hours later, look at the difference. They were like almost dead, and they're back to life. So that just kind of gives you a hint of what that oil can do. It's a fabulous oil. I take the soft gels every day. So if you didn't have the oil and you have the capsules, you know that you can poke a little hole in that capsule and you could just put a couple drops into the water with your plants. Another really cool tip for DDR Prime, and I don't think it is on this presentation, so I'm going to just tell you. I was ill coming home a couple years ago. We were driving across country. We were coming from California and going home to Georgia, and I had the worst sore throat, and I was doing everything. So everything under the sun, from gargling with the On Guard, just dropping it to the back of my throat, taking everything that I could take. But I had heard somewhere in one of our groups to add a drop of DDR Prime and just rub it to your neck. Holy moly, people. It's all I do now. If I ever have a tickle in my throat, I just put a drop of DDR Prime and I rub it on my throat. It's night and day difference instantly, especially when they're like really strong sore throats. It's amazing. So if you didn't know that, make sure DDR Prime is in your cabinet, because you never know when you're going to have that really strong sore throat. So TerraZyme, and I heard, who was it, did a presentation on this, and it was just like eye-opening, and I've been taking TerraZyme ever since, because I was like, I didn't think I needed it. We all thought that, right? We all kind of thought, no, I eat pretty healthy. But if you take a TerraZyme on an empty stomach every couple of days, so you don't take it every night, but every couple of days, so I have a thing of TerraZyme at my bedside, take it on an empty stomach, it will eat away at the yeast and promote clear skin. So I have been complimented more since I started using doTERRA on my skin than I ever had been before. And I still feel like, I don't know if it's the best that it could be. There's still some things that I'd like to work on and clear up. But it's amazing what doing that simple step, taking a TerraZyme or 2 at bedtime, can do for your energy, even, because it kills away all that yucky yeast in your stomach. So other than the recommended, which is to take 2 every meal, you can also take it on an empty stomach every couple of nights, and you can really see some difference there. So if you haven't learned about TerraZyme and what it is, it's a digestive enzyme that helps our body to process any of those really strong, like processed foods that kind of sit heavy in your stomach. Our bodies don't have enough digestive enzymes to break those down, so we're adding in a natural digestive enzyme that can do that for us. So it's really great in what it does for any digestive gut issues. Okay, On Guard products. The Cleaner Concentrate. Fantastic product. Again, so affordable. Makeup brush cleaner. This, or even I think the hand soap, would work really well as a makeup brush cleaner because of the properties in the On Guard. Clean carpet. Definitely cleans up the carpet. We use this a lot. We had a dog that had her nail kind of got broken off, and so she was bleeding, and it looked like someone got stabbed. And it was all over the carpet, and this, I was frantic thinking, oh my gosh, we rent, so I didn't think that, I thought we were going to have to lose our deposit and everything, but it cleaned it up. It's such a wonderful product. Cleaning up the carpet, it's a great stain remover. Clean butternut jars, adding lemon and soak for 2 hours upside down. So anything like where they're really greasy, when you're trying to clean out, like I don't like the smell of pickles, and so anytime we have an empty pickle jar, I'll put this in it and shake it up, and then just leave it, let it soak for a little bit, and it takes that smell that kind of sticks around with those really strong odors, and it cleans it out. So this is a really great product, not just for cleaning the toilets or the kitchens. This can do so many things. And I want to say it does 16 24-ounce bottles. if my memory is serving me. And it's only, a wholesale cost is only $14.50. So that's such a savings when you are investing into, the products like 409 and Lysol that have a lot of chemicals that are only doing you a disservice. They're not working as well. So this is such a great buy. The On Guard product, this is the hand soap, which is a favorite for me. A facial cleanser, and I have used this as a facial cleanser as well. So whenever I'm not like upstairs in my bathroom and I need to wash my face off, I just take a pump of the hand soap, and wash my face off. I come in from the barn and I'm like kind of dirty and stinky, and so I just will go to the kitchen sink and kind of wash my face off, and this is really good. Gets off dark brown henna color. So if you're ever trying to scrub that from the fair, the Renaissance fair that you went to, before you get back to work, this is a really great product to do that. It's also amazing veggie wash. We wash all of our vegetables with this, whether you're just soaking it in a tub of water or if you're just pumping it right onto the apple before you go and eat it. I wash eyelash extensions. Sorry, dyslexic. So this is another product that's very gentle. It's not going to break down the plastics or the synthetic eyelashes, but it's still going to be very antibacterial, which you don't want to be putting those things back near your eyes when they have kind of gunk on them and makeup and bacteria. I also use this as a wound wash. So if you've ever followed me and my horses, this is a must-have. It's really easy to just apply to a wound and scrub it out, and it does a really great job at kind of making sure that the bacteria is eliminated. So that's an awesome product. On Guard Soft Gel Plus. So this product, oh, I'm out of them. The soft gels are On Guard essential oils plus, that's the plus symbol is, plus oregano, melissa, and black pepper, which are all very strong antivirals. So this is a very convenient way to help support your immune system when you aren't feeling so well. And if we ever get anything where we're feeling like, oh, that might be the start of something, we'll just take 2 and kill it before it's, or get it out of the house before it even starts. So if you only have, like, sometimes I keep these in my purse and I don't have like oils rolling around in my, who am I kidding? I have oils rolling around my purse, but let's just say you only had these and you needed to apply some oils to your kids and your kids don't swallow capsules yet. You could poke a little hole in it and apply it up and down the child's spine or their feet to help them as well. So it's a great tip to just keep these on hand because they're easier to kind of carry around than oils are sometimes, but I always have my oils. All right, so the laundry detergent, it's a great stain remover. We are doing cloth diapers, and well, for the most part, we are doing cloth diapers. And we just have a little bit of the laundry detergent in a spritzer. And, whoa, what's going on here? And so we just spray the diaper before and we kind of scrub it off and then throw it in the laundry after that. But it does that initial, like, clean it up process. So really great for stain removers if you have, clothes that get a spot on them. I know a lot of people had those Tide pens. This would be like your elimination of the Tide pen. You just put some detergent on there and it will clean it up. Also cleans carpet. So lots of cleaning, lots of cleaning. Okay, the toothpaste, cleaning jewelry. I never even thought of this until I heard this hacks class, but oh my goodness, it works. So just use a little toothbrush, so I got a picture of toothbrush, and clean out just put a little dab on the toothbrush and you can clean up your jewelry, and it works really, really well. Polishing furniture, cleaning glass tops and fireplaces, toenails to get rid of the dingy look. So if you wear a lot of polish, you might get that kind of dingy look when you go to take off your nail polish. But if you just rub some, or even use your toothbrush, I guess, and scrub it, it will actually help with that look. All right, the Zendocrine Complex and PB Assist. So whenever, again, if we are needing some extra support during that immune suppressant time, we will take some Zendocrine Complex, which is the capsule. It's not the Zendocrine oil capsule. there's two different zendicrines. I know it's confusing. And then there's the zendicrine herbal form. And so if you take the zendicrine capsule of the complex and PB Assist, so PB Assist is a probiotic. And whenever your system is needing extra support, it's a really great idea to add in some probiotics to help that good, healthy gut flora. So it's also really good with suppressing that lingering cough. Another thing for lingering coughs, and I will tell everybody because this works. So the DDR prime for the sore throat, but for lingering coughs, if you have oils, heliochrysum and sandalwood, a drop of each, or make up a roller bottle and rub it right to your chest, right to your throat, and it will take that lingering cough away. All right, so here's the actual zendicrine oil. You can use this as an acne spot treatment, used before bed to avoid a morning hangover. So this is amazing since we were just coming back from Memorial Day. I'm sure everybody had a good time. But as far as getting into bed after you've had a really fun night, you may want to apply some to the bottom of your feet or take a little bit in some water before you go to bed. You can even, I know some people use it in the morning, but I wouldn't wait that long. I would do it right before you go to bed. You can gargle it to get rid of the lingering cough as well. So a lot of different options to use the zendicrine oil for. And that's probably one of those oils, if you're like me, who you sat there and you looked at it for a while and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? But here's some really cool tips to open up that bottle and start using it. And just a quick, info on this one. The detoxification blend, the zendicrine, what its purpose is, it was made because your filtration process needs to be cleaned out once in a while. So I was even just explaining this to my husband. Imagine you have an air filter in a car, and if you don't clean your air filter, your car doesn't run properly. So that's how that was the analogy that I used for my husband. So it's cleaning up the filtration processes in our body. Things like your lungs, your skin, your liver, your colon. So all of those things, they get clogged up and they need some cleansing too. So that's what this blend is used for. Poison oak relief. So zendicrine soft gels, and take the complex, both of those daily. In addition, you can fill a spray bottle with Purify, fractionated coconut oil, and water and apply to the skin. So I know a lot of people who use a lot of different things, but this one was highly recommended from someone who experienced poison oak and found that this worked the best for them. Again, this is that disclaimer. Everybody, we know this, everybody will have a different response and different results. So this is just an option and an idea. Okay, so Arbor Vitae, one of the best smells. People, I love this. Really great. I call it maybe it's not even fair to call it this, but I call it kind of Melaleuca, the extreme version of Melaleuca. It's really great for pimples and canker sores. Use 1 drop with the Virage serum for acne and wrinkles. And then spray on areas where you want your dog to stop chewing or marking its territory. I have not tried that because my dogs don't chew and they don't mark their territory. So if you guys have a dog that does that, let me know how it works. Just make up a spray bottle. It can be plastic even because it's not being used internally. Just make up the spray bottle and spray it wherever they're doing that. And then I'm assuming if they're marking their territory, it's going to improve the smell. But let me know if it helps them avoid that area or chewing. So really awesome. I love that. Melaleuca aftershave, just applying neat right to the skin, stops those hair bumps, stops ingrown hair, used with FCO, fractionated coconut oil, to remove eye makeup. So I was just using fractionated coconut oil on a little pad to wipe off anything that didn't come off with the actual cleanser, and it was working really well. But since then, I've started using the Melaleuca added into it, and it just gives that extra clean feeling. All right, Slim and Sassy, rub on the feet for sleep, which I was not aware of, and I have not tried this, so if you try that, let me know if it works. And you can substitute it for On Guard because of the oils that are on it or in it, very similar. Use in cleaner. So I would assume that you're adding this with the cleaner, maybe to just give it a little extra boost. Balance. It's the kid tamer. It's also really great for bug bites because of the anti-inflammatory values that are in there, the frankincense. It's really great for aftershave, using that for the bikini line or the face. Baby butt rash, it is really great for the rashes. We don't usually get a lot of them because we go preventative. We usually put a little diaper cream on every diaper change. And if you want to know what that is, we just have a little jar of regular solid coconut oil, and like your cooking coconut oil, and then I put a couple drops of lavender, melaleuca, and frankincense. And then every diaper change after we clean her, we just put a little bit of that on there, and we don't really have any rashes. But I have used the Balance in lieu of that mixture, because if I didn't have it or I couldn't find it in the bottom of the diaper bag. And then apply before getting your blood drawn, and I did do this. I gave blood a couple months ago, and I just rubbed it. So Balance has oils in it that are vasodilators, which means it kind of increases the blood flow. And so I usually have a really hard time letting them find a vein. And so instead of being a pincushion for a half an hour, I put Balance on, and they were able to find the vein with one shot. So it was really awesome, because I always want to donate blood, but I hate having to go through the torture of finding a vein. So if you have that trouble as well, just a drop of Balance and rub it on wherever they're trying to take the vein, and it will definitely help. I've had nurses like, what? Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. And do it in classes too. If you're trying to, to teach others, this is a vasodilator, and you can definitely see the bulge of the vein. And you can just do it on the wrist even, and you'll see the vein kind of go, whoa. So kind of cool. Okay, Immortelle. Bumps, bruises, scrapes, and owies. So this is not just for vanity lines, people. I use Immortelle for all sorts of other stuff. Just think about the oils that are in there. So the mood booster, there's some very beneficial oils in there to increase your mood. Relieves sunburns. Again, you can take the top off of these roller bottles just by unscrewing it and kind of like tweaking it back and forth, and then pour a little bit into a spray bottle, and then fill that with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil and the rest with water, and you can mix that up and spray it on everything. Wounds, I used it as a peri spray, which was amazing, and the recovery was amazing. Stretch marks, circumcisions, improving your vision. You guys can see what's on the screen, the next one. They called it Giddy Up for men. So if your man needs a little giddy up, get out of here. I'm not telling you which oil that was. Get out of here. Giddy Up for men, rub on the left ankle. So if they need a little help with their giddy up. All right, let's move on. Okay, so different oil uses. Melissa, which is back, thank goodness. You can use that for cold sores, especially if you suffer with those really chronic cold sores. Melissa is really awesome to put into a roller bottle and keep that in your purse. So and stress usually pops those things up. So whenever you're in a stressful situation, maybe it's work, maybe it's your husband, maybe it's your kids, you can just roll it on kind of preventatively. Past tense is really good for burns because of the cooling sensation in there. Digesten, we talked about that for congestion and sinus relief. I would literally just tip the bottle and roll it over my nose, and it just instantly gives that relief. Peppermint and sandalwood are great for hiccups. Doesn't work every time, but it has worked a number of times for us. AromaTouch sinus pressure. Again, the oils that are in there really help with relaxing the sinus. HD Clear, vaginal cleanliness. So just roll that on your hand, or there's a couple different applications that they had suggested, but I would say just patting yourself would just be just fine. Cassia and Purify for UTI. I have not tried Cassia and Purify. I've tried other oils, and it works really well. DDR prime for cystic acne. So those really strong, really hard, really tender acne, you can use the DDR prime. And lavender and clove for splinters. And it actually will help soothe and kind of numb. It's got that analgesic feel to it, so it numbs the pain. And the lavenders with the healing, and it also kind of just pushes it out, I guess. It helps you dig it out. All right, so use an allergy roller ball after a brow wax for relief. And if you do not have an allergy roller ball, which would be lavender, peppermint, and lemon, probably just a few drops in a roller ball with some fractionated coconut oil. You can also use our allergy relief seasonal blend. If you have these in your purse after you go get waxed, you can just take one of those, poke a little hole, and apply it to the area. I need to, maybe I'll do that. I'm going to go get my appointment done before I go to Holland, so I'll let you know how that works. So I'll just rub that on there. Just make sure you keep it out of your eyes because it does have peppermint in it. So. And then here's some lovely diffuser blends that you could make up. Apple pie would be a mixture of arbor vitae and cassia. I could smell that. Like, that's an amazing blend. Root beer, citrus bliss, and wintergreen. Who would have known? Donuts. That would be not a good idea around this house right now. Purify and citrus bliss. And this will be recorded, so if you want to go back to those recipes. Hormonal. Support with your hormones. Fractionated coconut oil, geranium, ylang ylang, and lavender. And you can rub it on your tummy and your private parts. Actually make this blend very similar, and I have it at the barn for my mare, and we call it Pissy Missy. So whenever she comes into season, she gets really hormonal, and so we just spray that on her back and where her ovaries are, which would be just the lower part of her back. Outside of that, you can just use Claricom. So again, if you don't already have it and you suffer with some monthly hormonal issues, Claricom is a really great option. I used to eat a box of Midol before this came into my life. And because of the hormonal issues that I have, this was a godsend. I would just apply it either to my wrists or to my abdomen, and those really strong, nasty aches would be gone instantly. So another thing that you can use for cramps if you don't have Claricom would be Deep Blue Rub, which is the cream that has Deep Blue in it, or White Fir, or Cypress. So all of that is really relaxing and soothing, all while being very flowish. So that's a word. Yeast infection, gone in the morning. You can use an organic tampon, fractionated coconut oil to moisturize it so that the oil binds to the coconut oil, a drop of melaleuca, and a drop of frankincense. I can't tell you what it's going to feel like. I can imagine, but it's going to work really fast, and not having to, go and take that the medicine that the doctors would give you and hope and pray that it works quickly. All right, intimate lubricant, peppermint beadlets. Just pop a peppermint beadlet, cypress, and ylang ylang. So that's kind of fun. All right, so those were some really awesome ideas that came about from, like I said, a mixture of people that all collaborated together to bring us this wonderful hacks for our life. If you have any hacks that you would like to share with the class, please share them, and we will add them, and maybe we'll do version 2.0 to continue these hacks and the help that it will provide for lots of different people. So I am going to stop the recording. I appreciate you all being here, and have a great day.